The R32 Skyline is a part of the 8th generation of the Nissan Skyline that ranged in production from 1989 to 1994, with a total of 296,087 units being produced. The R32 is my favorite of the Skyline generations due to the fact that it started the Godzilla craze, with it being a dominant force around the racetrack, with its Group A GTR being in the Japan Touring Car Championship JTCC, winning 29 races from 29 starts across 4 seasons, powered by its 2.6-liter twin-turbocharged RB26 DETT, making 540 horsepower with its all-wheel drive Ateza ETS system. The production variant of the R32 came with either a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic. The R32 had several different models, which were the GTS, GTS-T, as well as GTS-4, which is basically called the baby GTR, and last but not least, the GTR, which was only available with a 5-speed manual and better known as Godzilla. The GTS and GTS-T both have a 2-liter inline-6, which is fittingly named the RB20. The GTS is a rear-wheel drive, naturally aspirated 2-door as well as 4-door Skyline that makes 155 horsepower, being powered by the RB20 inline-6 that was mentioned earlier, while topping out at 118 miles an hour or 190 kilometers an hour, with it reaching 60 miles an hour or 96 kilometers per hour in 8.6 seconds with its 5-speed manual and 9.3 seconds with its 4-speed automatic. The GTS-T is similar to the GTS, but instead comes with a single turbo, giving it 212 horsepower while propelling the GTS-T to 60 miles an hour or 96 kilometers an hour in 6.4 seconds with its 5-speed manual and 7.1 seconds with its 4-speed automatic, while reaching a top speed of 143 miles an hour or 230 kilometers an hour, along with having all-wheel steering. The GTS-T came in 2 types of configurations, one being the GTS-T and then the other being the GTS-T Type M. The GTS-T Type M is basically a sports package that has a speed-sensitive front spoiler that deploys at 37 miles an hour or 60 kilometers an hour, but as a switch we can activate the spoiler as well. The Type M also has 4 piston brakes up front and 2 piston brakes in the rear, whereas the regular GTS-T has 2 piston brakes up front and a single piston brake in the rear. Then up next is the GTS-4, aka the baby GTR. Now the GTS-4 has the same RB20 to the GTS-T, with it being a single turbo that makes 212 horsepower, propelling it to 60 miles an hour or 96 kilometers an hour in 6.8 seconds with its 5-speed manual and 7.8 seconds with its 4-speed automatic, with a top speed for the 5-speed manual topping out at 144 miles an hour or 231 kilometers an hour, and the 4-speed automatic topping out at 137 miles an hour or 220 kilometers per hour. The GTS-4 comes in 2-door and 4-door configurations as well, and shares the same Ateza ETS all-wheel drive system that the GTR has, but only has 2-wheel steering. And now the one everybody knows and loves, hopefully, the R32 GTR. Now the R32 GTR came in different specs like the N1, Nismo, V-Spec, V-Spec N1, V-Spec 2, V-Spec 2 N1, but for this we'll just focus on the GTR. The GTR variants are only available in a 5-speed manual with its twin-turbo RB26, supposedly making 276 horsepower, with some people saying the number is closer to 315 mark, while reaching 60 miles an hour or 96 kilometers an hour in 5.6 seconds, with its top speed being 158 miles an hour or 254 kilometers an hour. The GTR is a combination of all the other models, just in a 2-door configuration, everything tuned to the max. The Advanced Total Traction System for all-terrain with electronic torque split, or better known as Ateza, has a 5-speed transmission, limited slip differential, multi-clutch, and hydraulic unit, which channeled all power to the rear wheels in normal driving conditions and could shuffle up to 50% of its power to the front if any slip was detected. This system would continue to be in use in the upcoming Skyline and GTR models as well. The GTR, like some of the other R32 models, had high capability actively controlled steering, aka HICAS, a system to where the rear wheels could turn in the same or opposite direction to the front, aiding in low-speed maneuverability and high-speed stability. The HICAS system is also available in the R33 and R34 models as well. First introduced in 1986, the HICAS system was first used on the GTS-R R31 Skyline, as well as the 300ZX from the Z32 generation and 240SX from the S13 to the S14 generation, to name a couple of examples. With all of this, the R32 GTR was able to set a lap time at the Nürburgring of 8 minutes 22 seconds, which might not seem quick today, especially since the 2009 R35 GTR set a 7 minutes 29 seconds lap time. But keep in mind that this record was set in 1989, and for its class, it was quick. With its Ateza ETS all-wheel drive system and HICAS system, the R32 GTR handled like it was on rails while dominating its respective racing series, and will continue to be a tuning legend in the JDM world for years to come.